So ASLOX 12.7, 5.7 is YPSF. So yeah, generally that'll get you, if you're 5 miles putting gear down, you should nail all your approach criteria, no problem.
Okay.
It's all coming together, and we are going to have to go lower than 2,900 though for the approach, so we'll have to.
2,000.
So typically you would actually wait till you get cleared for this approach, but since there's no ATC, we can just say, hey, Delta 8317. You're clear the RNF 32 right, and so then you can set actually all the way down to 800. So it's a barrel round.
Oh, okay.
So that way it keeps going. So you just round up to the nearest 100. L9 VNAV, and then that way because if you put it at 2, it's going to kind of level off.
Okay, yeah.
You'll go through it.
It won't consider
No.
going down. This is fine to do a full 90-degree turn from Sareb?
Yeah, so it's actually going to lead it. If you look.
Oh, yeah, it should, yeah.
There's a curve. So it should predict that turn being that sharp, and it should lead it kind of to turn in. It's probably a good time to just start rolling the seat back right in the turn.
Okay.
So I just start dialing 180 on the speed right now. And let the airplane just kind of naturally slow it around. And we could probably start putting flaps to 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. And then that extra drag and the turn is going to give you this nice gradual
yeah.
Slow down. That's that just finesse of flying it, not being too erratic with the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a difference that is. Oh yeah, terrain's working. It's popping up over there.
Hey, there it is.
Runway in sight.
Yeah, and then flaps 5 would be a good time now.
All right, flaps 5.
180 flaps 5 is kind of a nice, usually in like a base turning. It's kind of comfortable because then that kind of gets you ready for the next thing that's going to happen, which is going to be like a gear down flaps 15. Because when you call for flaps 15, you want to be below 200 knots, or we're in that position already, so it's like you're kind of pre-set up for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is one of the most important phases of this that I didn't know how you did it exactly.
Yeah. Yes, it's an art form.
Yeah, you can tell.
You can be conservative about it. But the problem is if you get into busy places, you're gonna probably end up going around because you're gonna either get too far behind, and somebody's gonna eat your lunch behind you, or you're gonna get in front of the other person if you get too late on slowing it down and you're not stable. So it's a careful balance, and you just I sometimes think, okay, if it's a fairly new person, maybe we'll slow down a little earlier. That way we're just taking it at a little slower pace. But once you learn the jet, you kind of know how it slows down. You can kind of figure out when you want to start doing it to where it's not doing a lot of crazy power changes and you're not having to put speed brakes and things like that to do drastic changes.
Oh man, yeah, that worked out just fine. It's like 1,000 feet per minute right now.
Yeah.
That 800 was that's a good call.
Yeah, it's just bringing us down. LNAV down. There is another thing called IN. Some 7.3s have it, some don't. The only thing you know is if you hit approach mode, it would go FAC glide path, which, this one doesn't. So it's just more like an extra thing that you would have to get from Boeing to have increased capabilities to do more precision approaches. But in this case, we just got to do the LNAV VNAV path. That's fine.
Yeah.
That is perfectly fine. It's a visual day, and there's the runway.
Yep.
So, approach would probably be like, contact Moresby Tower, and then we switch to tower, and then so Moresby Tower, Delta
I don't
83,
like
2017.
our winds currently.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. The winds there was showing. It's interesting. Hopefully it dies out or switches around. It's a good catch though. It's dropping.
Yeah, it might
So
do
as long as it
completely.
drops below 10, we should be fine. Just keep an eye on it. Just check AP.
1 mile to the final approach fix.
All right. You want to probably just go gear down, flaps 15.
Gear down, flaps 15.
And
we're going to be shooting for VREF 1.
VREF plus 5.
Fun. 7. Okay. Come on down.
And now you look at this next speed, which is going to be flaps 25 or 190.
Yep, flaps 25.
Flaps 25. And the next one is below 175. So flaps 30 if you're ready.
Yep, flaps 30.
Flaps 30, and then the landing checklist. So
good.
This one here, and then
clear to land.
Yep, clear to land, and then we got 6 knots now, and the wind just died.
Okay, beautiful.
All right, so landing checklist, landing gear.
Down, 3 green.
Down. Flaps.
Flaps are 30. Okay,
30.
Green.
There you go. Speed brakes armed, engine start switch is continuous, landing checklist is complete. All right.
Speed brakes armed.
Whenever you want to disconnect, I'll set your missed approach here, 2900.
I hit the button, I didn't hear any sound, so.
Hopefully it came through, but it definitely disconnected.
I got this right down here, yeah.
If you click it again, that'll go away. There you go. And the auto throttles are still on, just FYI.
Shut those off.
You can click it. Click this here.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot easier to do it that way.
Click it twice. I'll get rid of that flashing. There you go. Now you're all hand flying it. Where our missed approach, clear to land, missed approach altitude is set. Looking good, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100.
Slight high, but you're fine. You just keep it coming down.
50. 40.
Start bringing the full back pressure.
20. 10.
Go, get it on the ground, 2 feet. There we go, speed brakes up.
Bursts out.
Yep, just keep it straight. The auto brakes are working. 80 knots, so you can start slowing the reversers. And then you can start coming on manual brakes. There you go, auto brakes disarm. Hey, we could even make this taxiway right here.
All right, we'll take it.
Not bad.
She's sporty. It's the thing. Like that is so cool. Like it feels great.
All right, so there's a left turn. You can make a turn here.
Yep.
On Foxtrot.
I wasn't expecting that much float. It was hard to really kind of gauge where it was.
Where the ground was. It kind of gets a little harder. I think it very slow.
Yep.
Yeah, you did good though. Really good.
Yeah, I focused at the touchdown zone and down the runway more than looking at the instruments because we were visual.
Solid work. All right, you would call for the after landing, and I would not have to check.
Clean up the airplane.
So yeah, as you say, after landing checklist, and I just go into my flow, do that. Get these off. And we'll keep the lights on. We're crossing the runway. Clear on the right. Clear to cross. And I'll probably just get the AP going now.
And we're going over here to the right.
Yeah, go to the right and just find a ramp area that we can park at.
You got it.
And coming right. Don't forget to start the APU. Nope, we did not forget it. And honestly, the APU is one of those things like you don't want to really get it started as soon as you get off the runway because if you got a long taxiway, it's just going to burn fuel.
Yep.
Fuel costs money. So we try to time it to where we can get the APU on and the Gen Avails on right before we shut them down. That's like perfect fuel economy.
And lights are good.
Yep. All right, I got that on. There we go. Lights are good there.
Let me go ahead and start the APU.
APU is already started.
Wonderful.
Oh. Yeah, and there's the gen light. We could probably just turn into this place right here.
Will do.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah, I was a little worried about the winds when you pointed it out, but I'm like, yeah, it's gone. It's dead.
That's a sim thing, man. It always seems to do that where it's like
Opposite, complete opposite. I mean, that just gives you a heart attack because anything over 10 knots is technically not stable. So we got to go around. It's a little beyond the limits. And yeah, wherever you want to park it, if you want to 180 it, wherever.
Here. We're going to go straight into this gate.
Sure.
We'll act like we have a marshaller out there. Man, that tiller is super sensitive. It takes a little bit to get used to. Sorry, get her down a little bit more.
All right, we turn off the light so we don't
yeah.
blind the ramper.
I've had that happen many times.
3, 2, 1. That's probably good right there. Stop.
Yeah.
Parking brake is set, and then you would just tell me let them up, shut them down.
Wait,
so.
the APU is good.
Yep. So I do this. So
okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
You just command it, sir. So.
All right.
So you say let them up. Let them shut it down.
What do you say?
Let them up and shut it down.
Let them up, shut them down.
Yep. Thing.
Oh, them up. Gotcha.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about.
No.
Like they're already up.
Seatbelt signs off. These come off. This is all FO flow.
Okay.
Transponder. Boop. That should cover everything.
All right.
And then shut down checklist.
All right, shut down checklist.
Hold on, let's do this checklist. Parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Fuel pump switches.
As required, one on.
One on. Seatbelt sign.
Off.
Window heat.
Window heat is off.
Probe heat.
Off.
It's auto. But
Oh, auto. Okay.
anti-ice.
Is off.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
Those are off.
Air conditioning panel.
Is set.
Anti-collision light.
Is off.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Transponder.
And goes to standby. Standby. You were already on. Look
Shut
at
down
that.
checklist complete. See? Good job, sir.
Hey, thank you. It's a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Well,
It was not hectic. I didn't feel like I was like under pressure, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Really enjoyed that one. Thank you, guys.